when when I was first asked to do a rum cocktail video, I figured, okay, I'll do a rum cocktail video. And then as I thought about it, I kind of came up with this progression, and we've done very basic rum, lime, sugar cocktails that created Hemingway. We built on those with the mojito and the Mai Tai. The last video, the one I'm going to shoot after this, keeps us kind of in the tropics, but abandons the rum and excuse me, not the rum, abandons the lime and the sugar and replaces it for the most part with fruit drinks. This one is going to be sort of high class cocktails. These are the adult cocktails that you would find in a sort of high class bar, high class lounge. And the two drinks that we're going to have tonight, the first is the El Presidente, and then the second is the rum old fashioned. Now the El Presidente it's a fantastic cocktail for displaying the rum. Both of these will be made with añejo, and I've got another bottle, so we're covered. Because both of these are very rum-forward drinks, the añejo makes a lot of sense. And just as you can play with the ingredients here, swapping out añejos, as I mentioned before with the Mai Tai, will very much change the flavor, the character of these drinks. And you'll especially get that in both of these since they're so kind of rum-forward. The Presidente also requires, well, the ingredients, let's get to those. It is equal parts, 1.5 ounces of añejo, and 1.5 ounces of a Blanco vermouth. This is, back in Virginia, difficult to find. This is, vermouths are either white or red, and generally the white vermouth is dry, the red vermouth is sweet. This is a sweet white vermouth, a Blanco vermouth. And then the last ingredient is dry curacao, which, as you know from me making Mai Tais, we simply cannot get on the island. So I'm going to substitute the Luxardo triple sec for that as well. 1/4 ounce of triple sec. So 1.5 ounces of rum, 1.5 ounces of the Blanco vermouth, 1/4 ounce of dry curacao, and then a tablespoon of grenadine. I'll use a couple of bar spoons for that. Will be fine. The grenadine in this case is pretty much just for a little bit of color to it. Now I mentioned a bar spoon. All of my other cocktails have been shaken. With these, they're going to be stirred. We're not mixing citrus and sugar. In this case, there's no need to shake them. Instead, we'll use our mixing glass, our foam strainer, and our bar spoon. So let's make an El Presidente. Into the mixing glass goes a little ice. A larger cube of ice would make sense here, but we didn't bring them up. All right. And as I mentioned, and I'm going to make 2 of these, 1.5 ounces of añejo. So, doubling that, we're going to be up to 3. And a smidge. Equal parts, so 1.5 ounces of Blanco vermouth. Quarter of an ounce of dry curacao, or in this case, let's start a triple sec. Number 2.5. and a little grenadine. A lot of folks think that grenadine is a cherry syrup. Actually, it's made from pomegranate. Yeah, that'll work. Again, it's just for color. And so we'll stir. And stirring is largely just to chill. There's not so much dilution here. With a larger cube, we get more chilling, less dilution. But it's okay. If we do it a little too much, that gives us more to drink. It's lovely. Hawthorne strainer fits into the mixing glass just as it does into the Austin shaker. Strain into a coupe, or in this case actually a martini glass. And for this, I'm going to garnish with an orange twist. And this little specialty peeler is for peeling citrus. And the trick to it is to twist the orange, not pull the peeler. He's got to go meet the mailman. Connell. Good guy. There we have it, the El Presidente. And while Patty goes to open the gate for Connell, I'm going to start my cigar. I had a punch, actually not a punch, I had a blade, a guillotine. And I gave it away to a friend of mine. With all of the cigars I was smoking with these little cheroots. These little guys which don't need a punch. So now I just got to slit with my pocket knife. These cigars come from, I believe they come from Juana Diaz. Juana Diaz is a town here in Puerto Rico, so it's a Juana Diaz cigar company. There's also a distributor he's from Orlando, Florida, as I recall. And I will put both websites in the description below. I'm not sponsored by any of them, I promise. I paid full retail value for the cigar. Here we go. So a cigar and an El Presidente. We'll be right back with the second drink, and that is the rum old fashioned. See you in a bit.
That smells so good.
It's a good cigar. We're back. It's been, has it been a year, Patty, do you think, since we've had El Presidentes? It's been a long time.
No, it was our goodbye party. We had some out in the shade garden.
Did we have
Yeah.
presentation?
June.
Okay. Just fantastic cocktail. So that's the problem, I guess, or the benefit. Depends on the way you look at it. Making these drinks is we make them. We go, oh, that's so good. We haven't had it in a long time. We've got to add it to the list. And we have a list. We have a long list of cocktails that we've tried and enjoyed, and El Presidente is pretty much the top of the list. It's just delicious. The rum is certainly there. It's kind of the añejo. It's very full flavor. That little bit of in this case the sort of triple sec, a little bit of orange added to it. Just wonderful. So shameless plug to try and get you to write to me. Tell me in the comments, right below when you make these cocktails. Tell me what you think. The Blanco Vermouth is going to be a little difficult to find. Look for it. If you find it, grab a bottle of it and make these cocktails. They're wonderful.
ABC will find it for you.
Oh, that's true. As I recall, back in Virginia at the Alphabet store, the Alcoholic Beverage Commission, ABC store, those folks are usually pretty good about that sort of thing. If you go in and you say, hey, this is what I'm looking for, they'll find it at another ABC store and bring it to your local store. So it's worth the effort. The next cocktail, this is one we came across more recently. And
4 weeks ago.
And 3 weeks ago, is that what you said? Yeah. And it quite literally knocked my socks off. This is the rum old fashioned. And an old fashioned is about as classic a cocktail as you can get. And we like an old fashioned. And this one was amazing. I'm a Virginian, born and raised. I like my bourbon. I like my rye. I like an old fashioned. And the rum old fashioned, okay, I'm not ready to swear off bourbon, but boy, this is a fantastic cocktail. So you're warned. You make this cocktail and drink it, be warned. You may not go back to bourbon in your old fashions again. Very simple cocktail, as an old fashioned is. And as an old fashioned is bourbon forward or rye forward, depending on how you make it. This is going to be añejo forward. And as with the El Presidente, your choice in añejo is going to affect the balance and the flavor of the character of the cocktail, as it would in a regular old fashioned, which was suburban, which was whatever. So same sort of cocktail. Anyone who's had an old fashioned, made an old fashioned, this will be very, very familiar to you. Very simple. 2 ounces of añejo, a little bit of sweetener here, just 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, and then we'll add our bitters. Our bitters are, of course, the classic Angostura bitters, and we'll add a couple of dashes of that, and then orange bitters, a couple of dashes of that, and it'll give us an orange flavor to this one as well. So, wonderful cigar. Let me make the cocktails. We'll do it the same way. We'll mix them in our mixing glass. Give it a quick rinse. And you can't see Patty rolling her eyes there. When I said, I want a glass rinser, she said, why do you want that? Why don't you want that? So, a little bit of ice into our mixing glass. This is a cocktail that we will serve on the rocks. So ice into our glasses. We have, I can't whack that against my skull. I guess I can, but then I'm off to the hospital. So we've got crystal rocks glasses, which I would recommend for this, right? For a really elegant cocktail. And up here on the terrace, we'll just have to be a little careful with these. But it's into our mixing glass, 2 ounces of añejo. Again, doubling this because I'm sharing. Hold on, 2. And again, and then a quarter of an ounce of simple syrup.
There's a great big orange
Are you?
iguana again.
This is the challenge of having a
You see him right
camera
there? He's
person,
orange.
yes, with OCD. The camera's on me as I'm making a drink, and oh look, a squirrel. Well, here in Puerto Rico, it's oh look, an iguana.
It's like the iguanas turn orange for fall.
They do, or actually, I don't know that they do, but it seems that way. I was out at our other property the other day working on that, and there was a gray beard. Iguana actually had a big beard, but he was turning a little orange along the spine as well. This may be seasonal. I don't know.
Merry Christmas.
Well, if they turned red, if they were the young ones, right? They were green, and then they had a red spine. They would very much be Christmas.
Sorry.
That's a. Crap! I'm gonna drink this and start all over again. So I got the añejo. I got the simple syrup. A couple of dashes of regular Angostura bitters. Again, 4 for the review counter. Because I'm doubling it. And then orange bitters. There we go. And as before, we'll give this a stir. Now for this, I'm going to garnish the same as the El Presidente with a twist of this orange peel. But if I had the skewers, what I would probably do is, I could do a wedge of orange and a cocktail cherry, or a slice of orange. And with that, I'd probably use a smaller orange, like a mandarin orange or something like that, a thin slice, and then wrap the cherry in that and skewer it. Because although we don't have cherry flavors in this, the orange flavor from the orange bitters comes out very, very well. So let me strain.
If we had the cherries with the orange slices, that way the kids can have some too. That's how we grew up.
I was going to say, that's childhood for Patty, isn't it? Parents enjoy the cocktails, kids have the cherries. The cherries, by the way, I mentioned that as I'm working on this. Apparently, the cherries, cocktail cherries, were simply cherries soaked in Luxardo maraschino liqueur, and they're fantastic. And that changed with Prohibition, is what I'm told. And when that happened, those cherries just went away. You can't get them anymore, or couldn't get them anymore. And they were replaced with the cherries that you get in a jar that now say maraschino cherries, the kind of stuff that you would get on an ice cream sundae or something. That's not a cocktail cherry. And you can now apparently buy real cocktail cherries, and they are soaked in Luxardo maraschino liqueur, and they're outrageously expensive. But we can get, as you know, maraschino liqueur here, and we can grow our cherries. So I hope in the future we're going to start to make our own cocktail cherries.
And we will sell them at outrageous prices.
That's right. We will fund our retirement with the sale of real cocktail cherries. I mean, they're outrageously expensive, but delicious. So with a orange twist. Did I mention the OCD chemicals? Oops. Orange twist. No, 5-second rule.
I like that one.
Actually, this is Patty's cocktail. And here we have it, a couple of rum old fashioned. Salud. Well, we hope you've enjoyed the rum drinks. We hope you've enjoyed the video. We also hope you've enjoyed the rum drinks.
Not as much as we have.
Yeah, maybe not as much as we have. I asked Patty, what did we leave out, right? What rum drink that we like might we have included? And she said, well, how about the pineapple train wreck, which is what we're enjoying with you right now. It's a dark rum, as you might imagine, pineapple juice. Let's see, a little bit of bitters.
Ginger syrup.
Ginger syrup.
And lemon juice.
And lemon juice, yeah. And it's, as with all of these rum drinks that we've had, really a lovely mix of flavors. The kind of the molasses out of the dark rum with the pineapple is a really good combination. The ginger is just a little hint there.
Go ahead and try it.
It's a wonderful choice.
Thank you.
I gotta keep up with you. Is that it?
So an interesting thing happened. I don't like mixing drinks on camera, so I mixed them up downstairs to bring up here. And I thought, well, I can double it because I can do it. So I was doubling everything, and then I thought, well, sometimes we like a little extra, so then I thought I'd make 3 of them. Because that's
Okay.
And
Sure.
I had a little extra lemon juice,
Mm-hmm.
so no lemon juice should go to waste. So I started to make 3. But then one of the ingredients that was a little short on, because I didn't anticipate it. So Porter already said it tasted good. So this is how I cook. I cook cocktails the same way.
That's right.
If I run out of something, we'll just put a little something else in it.
That's right. That's right. We're out of flour, so I put in fish. Okay, it starts with that. That'll work. Yeah, it's delicious.
It is.
Um,
I'm not telling you what we ran out of.
That's okay. You didn't run out of ginger syrup. That's pretty clear. The ginger is there. Is pretty strong. I know you didn't run out of. Certainly didn't run out of rum. Didn't run out of pineapple.
And yeah, it was very good.
Mm. Yeah. Which of the rum drinks was your favorite?
2.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough.
The daiquiri, because it is the hardest worker drink in there.
It really is.
It is just always good. It is like an ice cold Coca-Cola.
Yep.
It's just perfect in any situation, except on rainy, cold, dark nights. We don't want a daiquiri.
We don't have those, so we always want a daiquiri.
Sometimes do.
Not cold.
The other one, stop interrupting,
Sorry.
is the Hemingway, because it's just, there are angels singing, and I know I've said that a lot in the last couple of years. If you were in the gazebo, you heard me say that, but the Hemingway.
Yeah, anyway,
Fitzgerald's pretty good.
that's not a rum drink, but yeah.
Okay, that's right. So the Hemingway is second place.
Yeah, the Hemingway.
Although it's sometimes first.
Yeah, what makes the Hemingway spectacular is the maraschino, the Luxardo maraschino liqueur, and it's an extraordinary flavor in that drink, and it's not overpowering. But
It is elegant.
It really is.
You feel smarter and more attractive just for having it.
But yeah, the daiquiri is a good friend.
Yes.
Reliable, consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Always welcome.
Easy.
Yeah. Carl, your friend's easy. That hasn't been my experience, doggone it. Yeah, the daiquiri is just a wonderful drink. I'm not sure that I would put it at the top because it's you know, that's sort of like looking at a building and going, oh, you know, this is a beautiful building, but my favorite part is the foundation. We had a loud engine going by. You can't have the beautiful building without the foundation. So I do appreciate the foundation, but I don't know. Boy, it's tough to pick just one. The Hemingway is certainly up there. The Caipirinha, and you know, okay, yes, but you know, Doc, that's not a rum drink. Yes, technically it's not, but although that's also kind of like a daiquiri,
Yep.
but it's not as foundational as a daiquiri. You don't take a Caipirinha that I'm aware of. You don't take a Caipirinha and then build upon it. It's self-sufficient. And then actually the two drinks in this video are of such different characters. The El Presidente. Oh, it's just a lovely drink. And then of course the rum old fashioned.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the best discovery from this fall. We've never had one.
Right.
That's also good for rainy, chilly nights.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's tough it's tough for us to pick. Hemingway's certainly up there. I like the more classic ones from the last video. I tell you what, and one more shameless plug for comments. Drop a comment below and tell us of these drinks which one you tried, which one you like the most. And if you really beg and plead, I'll put the recipe in for a proper pineapple train wreck. Okay. But of course, now we all want to know who the winner is of the Guess How Many Limes in December contest. And so Patty's added it all up.
41.
41 limes.
Yes.
No one was close. Not even close.
It seems like we go through them at 4 to 8 or 6 at a time, but apparently someone was drinking a lot of wine in this.
Actually, we made the video where we said, hey, tell us how many limes. We did that in November. And I think because I was in the corner there, my voice echoed off the walls or whatnot. The audio was bad, so we remade that video in early December. And I think we had 31 limes in November.
Yeah.
So it's not the wine drinking. It's just, in truth, number one, I guess we don't go through nearly as many limes as you folks seem to think.
Lemons.
18 lemons? Yeah, and that's the other part. We're not going through a lot of lemons either. But, okay, add them up. 18 lemons, 42, 41 limes. So call it 60 bits of citrus. And here's the thing. Each one of those is pretty much one drink. It's about the way that it works out. You'll get about an ounce of juice out of one of those, and that's typically what you'll put in a cocktail.
You're sharing too much.
Well, no, I'm perhaps. So but if we drink 2 cocktails each in a sitting, which isn't much.
Per week.
Well, no, that isn't much. That's 4. So that means 15 times every other day we might have a couple of cocktails. You know, and yeah, cheers. But now the lowest guess was 100. So that's 50 drinks each over the course of a month.
People don't know.
I know. That's my point. That's my point. And the highest guess was 170. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I really do. But yeah, that's quite a lot. So one of the reasons that we have this count is because we've got citrus trees growing, and we kind of want to know, well, how many do we consume? How many citrus trees do we need in order to
We're going to line the driveway.
to keep us in cocktails? Actually, I think we're going to line the driveway with dragon fruit, but we may put some lemons in. If we put the lemons and limes down there, our neighbors will come in and steal our citrus, I'm afraid. Now, it turns out that although no one got close, only 3 people guessed, and I think the video got nowhere near what most of these videos get online, but it got more than 50 views but only 3 people could be bothered to click on comment and put a number in.
Don't judge that.
Well, I'm surprised, a little disappointed. So what we think we're going to do is certainly give the prize, and we didn't announce what the prize was, but it's $1 million. No, it's not. It's not. Doggone it, I should have guessed.
But it's really good, and y'all are going to try to be in it on the next one.
Right. So we're certainly going to award the prize to the closest guess, which was 100, and maybe not even that close. But in gratitude to the 2 others who played along and pitched in, we'll give you participation trophies. Because apparently we're supposed to do that sort of stuff in this day and age.
It's going to have holes in the box.
Right.
Don't shake it.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah, we won't tell you what the gift is, but we'll send something along. We appreciate your playing along and participating.
Because that's all that matters is just playing and having fun.
Yeah. The whole purpose of this channel is it's a means for us to try and keep up with you guys, and we hope you guys can keep up with us that way. And what the heck? The rum drink videos were all inspired by an earlier comment. So here's what you get if you comment.
Somebody better comment about tequila.
All right. As we sign off, I do have a couple of videos coming up. They're will probably be as long as this one since we're yakking so much. But I've been working on the property a bit, and so the first video I think is just me quality time with a weed eater. But then about a week ago, maybe a little bit more than a week ago, I bought a backhoe. And so I've begun to clear land and create a driveway to get us into the property. So I'll try and put together a bit of a video with me and a backhoe, but give you an idea of what's going on with the property. So stay tuned for those. Subscribe if you don't want to miss those. Like it if you like this nonsense, and we'll see you soon.